What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about paddle shifters. So some of you guys with manuals probably aren't going to be too interested in this, but you might find it interesting nonetheless. I personally love paddle shifters. I drive with them all the time. Every time, even just normal commuting, I use them to downshift when I'm coming to a stoplight or to an intersection, and I like accelerating with them to control the shifting and control the exhaust sounds. One of the problems, though, is that on the Hellcat, the paddle shifters are pretty big. They're longer than they are on the RT. On the RT, they're short, and it really limits how you put your hands on the wheels. So here's what the paddle shifters in the Hellcat look like in the SRT models. You can see they stick up fairly far, and when you put your hand in the optimum driving position, which is where this cutout is on the steering wheel, that you can reach them with your fingertip, and you can do your shifting without taking your hand off that optimum 10 and 2 position. Here's what they look like in the RT. Now you can see they're a lot shorter, and the problem with that is that when you put your hand in the optimum driving position, you can't even reach them. You have to hold your hand down here, or like right here, to be able to reach the paddle shifters. And I don't know why Dodge did that, but this is the way it is on most of the Dodge models, including Durangos and Jeeps and anything that's not the premium package, like a Trackhawk or a Durango SRT or something like that, has these shorter paddle shifters. So you can see that since they're shorter on the RT, you really don't have the optimum position of your hand on the wheel where the hand cutouts are, because you can't reach the paddle shifters there. Now they do make a kit where you can replace the RT paddle shifters with the Hellcat and the SRT paddle shifters, but it's fairly expensive, and you got to take the steering wheel apart to be able to put that on. I found something a little bit cheaper. I got to give a shout out to the channel called Destroyer Gray P38. He's the one that turned me onto this. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, check it out. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. I'm going to show you what these paddle shifters look like. Alright guys, so I got these on eBay. They're actually made in China. So it takes them a little while to ship, but they're about 30 bucks. And they are essentially a paddle shifter extension that with 3M adhesive just goes on top of your RT paddle shifters, and it actually makes them extend even farther than the paddle shifters that are on the SRT and Hellcat models. So let's put these on, and I'll show you what it looks like. So the way these go on is that if you look at the back of the paddle shifter, you can see that it's flat on the top here, and that there's a kind of an L that goes right there. Alright, basically these have an adhesive on them. It's two-sided adhesive, and they are made to fit over the existing paddle like that. So from the front, it almost looks like it's from the factory like that, which is really just awesome. So fits perfect, goes right over the existing paddle. Now, before you do any type of adhesive, you want to make sure that that surface is clean. So I have some alcohol. I'm going to rub down the back of the paddle shifters just to make sure that they're clean, and then we're going to put them on with the adhesive. Alright, that's what they look like afterwards. They fit in there nice and clean, and now when your hand is in the driving position, or not only your pinky, but your whole finger can hit that paddle shifter. I actually like these even better than the Hellcat ones. I wish they made these for the Hellcat, but this pattern isn't the same on the Hellcat and the SRTs. So they do make these in red also. The thing about getting them in red, though, is that the factory part of the paddle shifter will still be silver, but this, the upper part will then be in red. Look really cool from outside the car too when you're getting in. Gives you kind of a mean look on that steering wheel. You can can see it has plus and minus indicators on it to match the factory paddles. There's the plus. There's a plus on the top. So I think this is a great option. It sure beats the heck out of having to pay for the full SRT paddle shifter kit and take your whole wheel apart. I like how these come up higher and you can actually use more than just your pinky to shift it. Very easy install. As I said, these fit just about any base model Mopar that has paddle shifters. You know, anything other than the SRT or the Hellcat or Trackhawk type class. These will fit on there. And actually, when you go on eBay to look for these, it actually sells them as a Jeep add-on. But don't let that fool you. They will fit any of these base models. So again, that's what it looks like from the back. Has some nice grooves on it there. Can't even really tell that it's an add-on. So all in all, I think that's a really pretty cool mod. So, but that's it, guys. I'll put a link to this product down in the description, and check it out. Pretty good deal for $30 bucks, $35 bucks. Talk to you next time.